Now at 4, COVID relief is one step closer to becoming reality.
So I'm going to act. I'm going to act fast.
President Biden's nearly $2 trillion plan now in the hands of Congress. What our local representatives are saying as the bill moves through the House this afternoon.
Investigators say a love triangle is at the center of a deadly shooting yesterday. How long they say the suspect planned to commit the crime. Plus,
Super Bowl tickets more expensive and harder to get. The various ways fans told me they got their tickets.
WESH 2 News starts now with breaking news.
A former Brevard County Jail employee is under arrest, accused of supplying drugs to and having sex with an inmate.
WESH 2's Dan Billow reports she's suspected of allowing the inmate into the jail's most sensitive area when the crimes occurred.
Here at the Brevard County Jail, the nerve center is called the control room. It's where officers can unlock and lock the doors, monitor the video system, and basically control the movement of inmates.
As we learn more about this case, so will you on air, online, and through our breaking news alerts from our WESH 2 News app.
Turning now to the coronavirus impact, President Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion relief plan is one step closer to becoming law. And the president says the $1,400 stimulus checks should pass. The Senate passed a budget resolution early this morning that would block the threat of filibuster from Republicans on this measure. Now the bill is back in the House for a new vote on a slew of amendments. Earlier this afternoon, President Biden said he wants to act fast with or without bipartisan support.
More than 1/3 of the state's coronavirus deaths were reported in just the past 2 months. Today, the state announced another 210 residents have died from complications of the virus. Today's report of more than 11,000 new infections is the largest spike that we've seen this week. While cases on average have declined since the holidays, we are still at levels that last seen during the summertime surge.
All right, Mayor, the countdown to Super Bowl Sunday continues. We are just over 2 days away from the most exciting thing to happen to Tampa Bay fans since Tom Brady became the Bucs quarterback. And a main concern for Sunday's game, of course, is the weather. Chief Meteorologist Tony Minolfi joins us right now. So, Tony, what's the deal here?
So here's the deal. We got 2 days now of consistency amongst the models. Now, there's going to be active weather ongoing Saturday night and Sunday morning with this approaching cold front. But we first started seeing this yesterday. That front's going to start dropping south throughout the course of the evening. That means we may have some thunderstorms in the morning for the Super Bowl. However, as we get towards game time, clouds will start to clear. Temperatures are going to be comfortable, middle and upper 60s. By 8 o'clock, we stay dry and comfortable. Temperatures will be running in the low 60s. Again, the bottom line, you're waking up to showers and storms in the morning, but much improved by the time we get to kickoff. That is some fantastic news for folks headed over to Tampa Bay.
All right, Tony, thank you. Super Bowl winners typically celebrate here in Central Florida, but not this year. Disney World says they will not be hosting their annual Super Bowl parade at the Magic Kingdom, but the traditional "I'm going to Disney World" commercial starring the game's MVP will still happen on Sunday. Disney says it hopes to bring back its in-person Super Bowl traditions next year. Dick's Sporting Goods says they will be extending their hours Sunday and Monday if Tampa Bay wins. The stores would extend their hours immediately following the game and be open early Monday morning. The list of stores open after the game includes the locations at Millennia Plaza and Sand Hills Commons. The locations at Melbourne Square and Florida Mall will only be open early Monday morning starting at 7. Fans are highly encouraged to get their gear using contactless curbside pickup. And WESH 2 is your Central Florida home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Our coverage from Tampa will pick up ahead in our next half hour. And don't forget, you can always catch our WESH 2 sports team's countdown to kickoff with live reports from Tampa and our studios tonight at 7:30.
Daytona Beach police are searching for the hit-and-run driver who pushed someone into traffic. We are following breaking news from Hollywood. Academy Award winner actor Christopher Plummer has died. He was 91 years old. Most of us may know him for playing Captain Von Trapp in The Sound of Music. Plummer had a long, successful career starting with Broadway in the 50s. But The Sound of Music, where he acted opposite Julie Andrews, made him a star. Plummer received an Academy Award in 2010 for his film The Beginners. He became the oldest actor to receive the honor at 82 years old. Plummer's manager says that he died peacefully at home in Connecticut. A cause of death has not been released. Several celebrities have expressed their condolences, most notably Julie Andrews. She said in a statement, quote, "The world has lost a consummate actor today, and I have lost a cherished friend. I treasure the memories of our work together and all the humor and fun that we shared through the years."
Stepping up vaccinations. Thousands of pharmacies will soon have COVID-19 doses to administer. But does the new federal plan do enough to help our more vulnerable communities? Claire?
I'm in Volusia County, where a county employee accused of killing a co-worker made his first court appearance. Of course, we will tell you in just a few minutes what his court-appointed attorney is saying about the legality of the case.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Rubenstein Law. Injured? Call 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
Take on the day with Central Florida's early risers. Take on the day with the tools to know, the forecast to plan, the route less traveled. Take on the day with the information to get up and go. Whether your day starts here or here, this is the time and place to stay connected. WESH 2 News Sunrise, weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m. Local, live, late breaking.
A Volusia County employee accused of killing another employee that he believed was involved with his wife is now in jail. Damian DeRusha is charged with murder. Investigators say that he shot the victim multiple times yesterday at the county's fleet maintenance facility. WESH's Claire Metz has new details from the suspect's first court hearing. Claire.
Yeah, and according to an unredacted arrest report we were able to see inside the jail courtroom, suspect DeRusha told investigators he'd only that day learned his wife and a co-worker were romantically involved. His assistant public defender, court appointed here, believes he can explore that as a crime of passion defense.
Forecast, all eyes are on the weather for Super Bowl Sunday. We are continuing to pay close attention to that forecast. And we also want to give our chief meteorologist, Tony Manalfi, some special attention today.
We do. It's National Weather Person's Day. And Tony, we appreciate all the work you and our First Alert weather team put in. It's constant, we know, but we really appreciate it.
Well, I do appreciate that. And to take care of you guys today, I warmed it up. We jumped up to near 80 degrees.
Thank you. See, this is what we're talking about.
And let me take you guys back outside. We've got a lot of ground to cover here. Again, thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Tower Cam Network, there you go. 78 degrees. Wind is out of the southwest there at about 16 miles an hour. Low 70s up north, middle and upper 70s down south. Let's take a look at that updated 7-day forecast. Monday, not too bad. A few showers around. But look at the warmth there. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Just a chance for a couple of showers. We'll talk more about that and some 5-day city-specific forecasts coming up in the next half hour, guys.
Tragedy on the interstate. A young police officer is gunned down by a suspect during a traffic stop. The dangers that other officers encountered as they tried to stop the gunman. And forgetting your mask on public transit could cost you big time. How much offenders could be paying?
WESH 2 First Alert Weather is sponsored by Farah and Farah.
If there's one thing I've learned, it's this. The more we listen to you, the more we can help. Farah and Farah.
Join WESH 2 Chief Meteorologist Tony Manalfi on Facebook Live.
We're talking about the weather, answering your questions, and giving you the forecast. And of course, if there's bad storms, we're right there on it.
Weeknights at 8. Brought to you by your Central Florida Honda dealers. WESH 2 News continues.
A new milestone in Florida's fight against COVID-19. More than 500,000 people in our state have now had both of their coronavirus vaccine doses. The state has vaccinated almost 2 million people over the past 2 months.
During today's White House COVID-19 response team briefing, officials said that they are working on expanding access to at-home test kits for Americans. Now we have full responses from our Central Florida counties on how they are providing help for seniors who want to get the vaccine. That's all listed inside of WESH.com.
The spread of COVID-19 has slowed down ever so slightly in the U.S., but we are getting closer to reaching a grim milestone of 500,000 deaths. About 460,000 Americans have now died from the virus over just the past year. The U.S. has confirmed more than 26.7 million total cases. Meanwhile, a warning tonight from America's top infectious disease expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci, saying the new UK coronavirus strain might be on its way to becoming the most common version of the virus here in the U.S. It's a worrisome trend because a new study suggests it could accelerate the number of deaths from the virus.
A recent study from the UK showed that it might be somewhat more deadly in the sense of making people sicker and certainly leading to death more. So we don't want that to become dominant in our own country. It might become dominant because it seems to be very efficient.
Several local counties have reported cases of other coronavirus mutations, including the UK strain.
The surges in new COVID-19 cases seems to be subsiding, but the U.S. still has a long way to go.
Absolutely, Mayor. The next phase in the vaccine rollout plans start next week. Camilla Bernal breaks down the plan for pharmacies to start getting in on the action. And we will have more details on what to expect from our local pharmacies. That's ahead on WESH News at 5 o'clock.
If you violate the new federal mask requirements, you may have to pay a fine. The TSA says the first offense is $250, but that can grow to $1,500 for repeat violations. The federal mask requirement took effect earlier this week. It requires face coverings on trains, airplanes, and buses, as well as their hubs. After almost a year of being closed, California's Disneyland could finally reopen under a new proposal. Disneyland has been closed since March of last year. All of the state's theme parks there have to remain closed until their counties show a minimal spread of COVID-19. Well, under the new proposal, they could be allowed to reopen with a moderate spread of the virus. This is a similar rule to what smaller venues in California are following. President Joe Biden addressed the nation's economic recovery today. A new jobs report shows the unemployment rate actually dropped last month.
Yeah, Mayor, but there's still a struggle to bring back jobs. Nadia Romero explains how the president's COVID relief proposal plans to address the economic crisis. A pillow fight has been declared. Parkland School shooting survivor David Hogg announced that he is taking on MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell and is creating his own pillow company. Lindell continues to claim widespread voter fraud happened in the 2020 election. So Hogg and tech entrepreneur William Legate hope to prove that progressives can make a better pillow. Axios reached out to Lindell, who told the news outlet, "Good for them. Nothing wrong with competition that does not infringe on someone's patent."
And by the way, nominees for this year's SAG Awards were announced earlier this week. S Creek, can't say the full title right now, and The Crown are leading the pack. Both shows received 5 nominations. 3 other series seem to be very popular. Ozark, The Flight Attendant, and The Queen's Gambit also lined up multiple nominations. Now, the winners will be announced on April 4th.
They weren't cheap, but we're here, and
Seeing a Super Bowl in person is pricey, but some fans say the experience is priceless. Hear from some of the limited fans who will be cheering on the Bucs at home.
And how much would you bet on the underdog? One man is really going for it this year. You're going to meet him next.
Now through May, enjoy outdoor entertainment in downtown Orlando at the Dr. Phillips Center Front Yard Festival, presented by Advent Health. You can see concerts, movies, comedy, and more, all in your own socially distant box for 2 to 5 people. Plus, you'll love dinner and drinks delivered from on-site restaurants. Get tickets now at frontyardfestival.org. Front Yard Festival is supported by Orange County, the City of Orlando, and other generous sponsors like WESH 2 and CW18.
For some people, the love for Tampa Bay quarterback Tom Brady is real, even in his old stomping grounds. Someone wrote, "Go Tom," on an icy lagoon in Boston overnight. No hard feelings for at least one Patriots fan. And whether you're a fan of Brady, the Bucs, or the Chiefs, it's going to be an exciting weekend for football fans.
That's for sure. So much history will be made this Super Bowl Sunday, no matter the outcome. WESH's Bob Hazen caught up with some fans in Tampa who can't wait to see what happens.
It's amazing how many fans are here who aren't even planning on going to the game. Tickets are extremely hard to get this year, but still I did find some who will be in the stands at Raymond James come Sunday.
we got them. They weren't cheap, but we're here, and what a great host city, man. We're having a great time here.
Eric Dunn brought family and friends to Tampa from Wichita, and they're staying on a yacht parked now in Yacht Village on the Riverwalk.
Decided to charter a boat and come out here and enjoy coronavirus Super Bowl.
Capacity at the Super Bowl is capped, so only about 14,000 tickets were up for sale to general fans, and they're even more expensive than most years. But Michael Puckett got in as soon as the Chiefs won.
So I'm on the email list, so when they sent them out, I was baiting. I was like, let me go ahead and get them. So I got me one ticket, and I'm down here today.
Of course, most fans are not going to the game. Bars in Ybor City are making big plans for those crowds. Some I talked to are hoping to just get lucky.
Well, Win them. Yeah, we're going to win them. We're looking for somebody to give them to us.
One group that will be in the stands, healthcare workers.
I am so pumped and overwhelmed.
Roger Carrier and nurse Kirsten Berg work at Bayfront Health St. Petersburg, and they're part of the 7,500 healthcare workers who have received both doses of the COVID vaccine and were given tickets in honor of their work during the pandemic.
Like, we're front line in this. It's scary, you know, but we love our job. I know I do. Everyone I work with does. So it's nice to be recognized.
The big game will have a small crowd and lots of restrictions, but fans here tell me it won't bring them down.
But it's here, and let's have fun with it, and let's get crazy.
And officials are warning anyone still looking for a ticket, don't believe anyone who offers to sell you a paper ticket. This year, they are all digital. Reporting in Tampa, Bob Hazen, WESH 2 News.
So one of the biggest Super Bowl bets of all time has been placed on the underdog. John McInvale owns a furniture store in Houston, a few of them, and he's betting more than $3.4 million that the Bucs will win on Sunday. Most predictions have the Chiefs favored to win. He also bet against the Chiefs last year, which did not work out in his favor. I think I said that right, $3.4 million. Whoa, he's betting it all on Tom Brady, Summer.
Wow.
Well, right now you can check out the NFL experience outside of Raymond James Stadium before the big game on Sunday.
And turns out it's not just for people. Take a look at this. The Florida Aquarium brought their African penguins over to check out the exhibit. They took on the obstacle course and trained like the pros. Well, you know, kind of. And they also got to see the Vince Lombardi trophy up close, so not many people can say that. There's always that, Mary.
They're so cute, the little obstacle course there. All right, so Tony, we're talking about the weather for this weekend, and many folks really just going to head to Tampa to enjoy all the atmosphere around the Super Bowl. What can they expect for the weekend, Tony?
You know, we've got storms in the forecast for Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, and very early Sunday, but by Sunday afternoon, the weather should begin to clear. Let me take you up to the north now. Daytona Beach, clouds have been hanging tough up here today. We're still at 77 degrees on the Intercoastal Waterway. Back to that forecast for the Super Bowl again. Clearing skies at 6:30, dry and comfy by 8 o'clock. Here's a look now at the updated 7-day forecast. Beyond the Super Bowl, folks, next week for now looks warm. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday in the low 80s. We're going to take a look at some of the long-range forecasts on how much rain we could see with those rain chances staying there through that 7-day forecast.
Okay, Tom, thank you. Well, history will be made at Super Bowl 55 no matter who wins the game. We'll talk about some of the reasons why and just some cool stats for fans. That's after the break.
WESH 2 First Alert Weather is brought to you by the Pendas Law Firm.
As our days evolve, so do the stories across Central Florida. And every step of the way, WESH 2 News is here, covering the moments that challenge us, inspire us, define us. As our communities move forward, we'll continue to share the important facts that shape what's next. Each night at 6, this is the place to stay connected. WESH 2 News. Local, live, late-breaking.
So there are many reasons why this Super Bowl will be very special, and some of them you may not even realize. So here to help you out, give you that info. Well, besides being the first team to play a Super Bowl at home, this game will also feature two quarterbacks with the largest age gap ever to play in the big game. The Chiefs' Patrick Mahomes is 25 and Tom Brady is 43. If the Bucs win on Sunday, it would be Brady's 7th Super Bowl victory. He would hold the title for most Super Bowl wins by any player in NFL history. The Buccaneers head coach, Bruce Arians, would become the oldest head coach to win a Super Bowl at 68 years old. Some cool stuff there. Well, WESH 2 is your Central Florida home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and you can catch our WESH 2 Sports team's countdown to kickoff with live reports from Tampa and our studios tonight at 7:30. WESH 2 News at 5 is straight ahead. Stuart Moore joins us now with what's coming up in the next hour.
Meredith, getting more vaccines to places closer to where you live. That's the aim of the White House COVID response team, just days before shots will be available at more pharmacies across the state. We have the details about local sites. Drugs, sex, all behind bars inside the Brevard County Jail. Now a former employee is facing charges after a relationship she had with an inmate while on duty. Plus, making history. The city of DeLand's first black female firefighter is about to take duty. We talked to her about what this moment means, plus your forecast, all coming up next at 5.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Rubenstein Law. Injured? Call 1-800-FL-LEGAL.